Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Adam, and I have colitis, and I also run the ihaveuc.com website. Anyways, you've read through hopefully a bunch of what's going on here with the survey, and at the bottom of the survey, people on the newsletter who participated were able to type in any type of questions or comments they had, and so I wanted to read some of those things out loud so y'all can hear what people were thinking. So I'm just going to go through these things. I'm not going to be able to choose all of them because there was over 100, but I'm going to pick out quite a few of them randomly just from the top. First thing someone wrote on my list here: pancakes made with almond flour are fantastic. Hmm. Myself, I don't eat very much, if any, almond flour, but it sounds fantastic. Another comment: hi Adam, I'm glad there's someone like you putting effort for people with this condition like us. My question is, what remission, in quotes, exactly means? Is it the count of poop or bathroom trips? Total feeling normal? No bloating, flatulent, and cramps? Once a day bathroom trips? Is it the normal quality of the poo? Or is it minimal amount of meds required? I understand even when we are on remission or even least symptomatic, we still continue our meds. My own definition of remission, correct me if I'm wrong, is when I need the least meds. Parentheses 3,000 milligrams of mesalamine, mild tummy disturbance, and can tolerate optimal activity. My GE refers remission as a normal GI mucosa colonoscopy, but still has the cramps, bloating, and intolerance to milk products. Wow, that's coming all the way from Canada. So that's a lot of stuff in there. I think the overall question is, what is the definition of remission? And the answer is, wow, that's a tough one because it's different for everybody. Everyone thinks maybe of remission a little bit differently, but for myself, I think of remission as being able to go to the bathroom and not worrying about it, taking a poop, not having to blow a full roll of toilet paper in there, having a hard poop, not seeing any blood at all, not feeling any cramps at all while you're in there before or after, not having to run to the bathroom with urgency. So, in general, using the restroom normally, not feeling any type of cramping, not seeing any type of bleeding, feeling normal. I don't take any medications to control my colitis. I control my colitis mainly with diet and also with trying to reduce as much stress in my life as possible. But I do know that a lot of people that follow the website do use medications, and so maybe the definition of remission is different for you. That's totally fine. It's I don't think there's any one answer, and for someone who's feeling pretty good, that is using medications, isn't needing to go into the doctor constantly, or hasn't been to the doctor, let's say, for a long time because they've been feeling fine. They haven't needed to. Things are working for them. You know what? That sure as hell can be remission as well. Not one size fits all answer there. Okay, next question. If you want to get the flu shot, is it recommended that anyone with a compromised immune system receive the shot? Dead flu virus instead of the flu mist, which contains tiny amounts of live flu virus. Good question to ask your doctor. I myself do not get the flu shot, but I know there's a lot of people with colitis that do. There's also been a lot of discussion. You can go down to the search box at the bottom of the website on the right side and type in flu shot or flu and Remicade, and there's been a lot of discussion and a story or two in the past regarding that exact topic. But between the two different types of flu shots, I just don't know the answer to that. Okay, next question. Let's see, someone wrote, a lot of these questions can be questioned by every single person with UC. The effects of UC are all across the spectrum. I believe that everyone with UC can agree with the fact that being in the hospital sucks. I can't wait to see the results. Awesome questions, Adam. Oh, thanks a lot. Let's see, that person's calling us from the United States. Let's see, who's next here? I don't think it affects sex, but the embarrassment will. I don't want to start a relationship because of it. I'm not afraid to tell anyone, but I found a lot more people have it, but I would have never known if I hadn't let on I had it. That's a mouthful there. And, okay, let's go to the next question. Not sure about question 19, but I find it helps letting people know just in case you get caught short and need to make a dash. Another person wrote a comment, I would like more information on diet, would like to be meds free. Well, if you are interested in learning more about diet, I'm going to pull up a new window here and tell you where you can go. On the right-hand side of pretty much any page on the site, you can scroll down, and there is a section that says categories. It starts with 6MP. Below that, it says Adam's Meals for Colitis, Alternative Medicine. There's a section there called Diet. It's going to have a whole bunch of stories about diet. There's also a category called Food and Diet Treatment. And let's see, there's also a category called Starting SCD Experiences. There's many stories in there as well. So lots of information you can get about that. Let's see, another one. Comment. Question 13, tooth decay. As prednisone affects calcium in the body, will the answer be yes? I think so. Let's see, here's another question, or a comment right below that. Question 13. Haven't read any evidence on this. However, I have read prednisone depletes calcium levels in the body. I guess this is possible. So, my own personal experience, when I was taking prednisone 4 years ago, 4.5, 5 years ago to control my colitis, right after I was diagnosed, I definitely felt sensitivity in my teeth. And definitely when I went in for my next checkup with a dentist, I did have cavities. I believe I wrote a story about that a long time ago. And there have been several people who have written stories exactly about this on the website. So I think there's got to be some type of connection. I don't know. How about you? Have you had any interesting stuff for your teeth? Maybe if you're someone that hasn't had cavities or had great story as far as not having too many cavities your whole life, and then all of a sudden you get diagnosed with colitis, they give you some prednisone, and you start having teeth issues. Well, if that's you, join the group. Alrighty, let's see another question. Let's scroll down this list somewhere. How about right here? Someone wrote, I am a kindergarten teacher of 6 years. My symptoms range from day to day, and the stress of the job seem to create flares. Although I have had C. diff 5 times this year. Wow. That's got to be tough. Holding down a kindergarten class, having C. diff 5 times, having colitis flare-ups. I can't even imagine. Okay. Next comment. I can't believe some of these are real questions! Exclamation mark. Well, the truth is, all of these questions were searches that someone typed in on Google before they landed on the ihaveyouc.com website. So, yep, these are real questions in someone's mind. Maybe not your questions, but I'm pretty sure quite a few people have the same questions. Someone wrote, sometimes my body feels bruised all over. Can that be from the colitis? Yes. I don't know about anyone else, but there's a lot of talk in here about joint pains, pains in your tendons, kind of these strange pains that maybe have come on to you before or after you're diagnosed with UC. Remember, you might have been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I don't know, 2 years ago or whatever day you were diagnosed, but you definitely had symptoms of colitis before that. And maybe you might have experienced as well some of these weird kind of pains. I used to experience really bad pains in my elbow, shoulder, kind of necky area, shoulder, and it was horrible. I know a lot of other people have written talking about the same types of things, sometimes down their knees, lower back, super common. I've had that as well. Okay. Someone wrote, have many of you UCers heard of or experimented with an elemental diet? I myself don't know anything about an elemental diet. I have heard it talked about before. Good thing to check up or learn more about if you're interested, but it's not something that's talked about very much on the ihaveyouc website. Let's see. Someone wrote, the survey was very interesting as I have been a colitis sufferer for 2 years and had 3 flares within that time frame, with the final flare landing me in the hospital. I thought I'd done plenty of research on the disease, but clearly not, as there were plenty of questions that I was unsure about. Thank you, Adam, for raising these questions. I definitely have some research to do. And I would like to say right back to you, thank you for participating in the website and being a part of the newsletter. And that's kind of what one of the overall goals was with these types of surveys is these are a lot of all over the place questions on this particular survey. Several of these questions I don't feel like I have a strong opinion on or know very much about, especially the questions that are talking about women having their periods. I don't have any experience with that. So that's why we do these types of things. And I hope that a lot of people participating or reading are learning something. If nothing else, learning about what a large group of people with colitis answer to certain questions. Some of these questions, there's no right or wrong answer. I know I could call up my doctor, Dr. Stolman back there in Oakland, and say, hey, what are your answers to these questions? And he's going to give his answers real quickly, like he did on the previous one we did back in September. But some of them are just not, he would say, I don't know. Same thing with me. And if that's you as well, that's okay. Okay, what's next? I would just like to say, if you are feeling uncomfortable with talking about your disease, please go to Camp Oasis. It changed my life, and I know it will change yours in the best way possible. Let's hear it for Camp Oasis. I'm not sure what that is. Sounds like fun. Someone else wrote, hello Adam, up to now I just read but never participated. Thanks for your advice. I have no idea on the answers to some questions, so sorry. Yvonne from Liverpool, England. What's up, Liverpool? Love to go there someday. What's up, Yvonne? Thanks for participating. Someone else wrote, some of these were very tough. Let's see. Someone wrote, some of these questions are really odd. I'm assuming someone somewhere has asked some of them or they wouldn't be on the survey. You're right about that. This person also wrote, I've been in remission from outward symptom since February 2013 until yesterday. I began experiencing stomach pain, which is new for me. I'm not sure. I think, but I can't be sure. It's really difficult to see sometimes. There may have been blood in the stool. I have crappy close-up vision, and I always examine my poop to be sure there's no blood in it. It looked to me like there may have been a layer of blood on the poop of one of the stools, but I couldn't tell. The color of the blood and the poop are so close sometimes. Hate to be graphic, but because I had pain, I'm probably right. I hope not. Up until now naltrexone has been doing the job. I'm crossing my fingers. And that's coming to us all the way from California. Wow. It's pretty crazy, actually. Someone can be feeling, you're feeling great, symptom-free for a long time. And then all of a sudden, boom, one day, something feels different. Or sometimes it doesn't happen like that, but it's a slow progression into a flare. It's not always the same. No two flares are the same. I've always kind of thought that after the first couple flares. Anyways, someone wrote, I love these surveys. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thank you. I'm glad you're participating. And someone else wrote, took some shots in the dark here, but good survey. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with shots in the dark, right? Okay, let's see one final comment. Would like to know more about muscle and joint pain. When had flare-up, I'm going to burp here. No pain there, but since taking 6-MP, which helped very much, have had severe body aches and stab-like effect in shoulders, knees, feet, especially at nighttime. Thanks. I'm told by gastro it is a symptom of the disease, and to what extent is this true? Appreciate any and all info on this matter. Most gratefully. And then her name is Nancy something. Nancy, what's up? Thanks for your question. So, joint pain. We actually did a survey. I'm going to find it here for you. If you go up to the website and you click on where it says About, third thing below that says Surveys. And that's going to give you a list of all the different surveys that we've done here on the site. And one of the surveys is joint pain survey. I know. You're going to have to go all the way down and click on where it says older post down at the bottom because it's kind of an oldie. And it is January 26, 2012, the 99-person colitis joint pain survey. There's a lot of questions and a lot of answers and tons of comments on there. Read that. Again, to read all the surveys, go to the top of the website, right underneath the toilet. It says About. Click on About, or hover over About. Below that, it's going to say Surveys. Click on Surveys. Go down, scroll down. At the bottom of the final survey that's listed there, there's a little thing that's going to say Order Post. Click on that, and it's going to take you there. All right, you guys. Thanks again for participating. Thank you very much for reading. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section below here. And I'd like to give a massive thank you out loud to everyone who submitted your headshot photo. I've tried to put them together nicely so everyone who's reading these surveys can kind of get a feel for who else has colitis around the world. And I don't know, there's something about photos that's pretty cool. And actually, one more final thing. Anyone have any guesses how many different countries participated in the survey this time? 46. There's people from the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Ireland, India in the house. We've got some unknown country which wasn't registered here. South Africa, New Zealand, Netherlands, Israel, Puerto Rico, France, Argentina, UAE, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, Russia, Norway, Japan, Malaysia, Korea, Austria, Portugal, Pakistan, Peru, Malta, Romania, Philippines, Sweden, Kenya, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to go there now. Trinidad and Tobago. I want to go there now. Slovak Republic. What's up, Slovak people? Sudan, Belgium, Czech Republic, Bahamas, Brazil, Bahrain, Germany, Denmark, Iraq, Hong Kong, Spain, Estonia, and Iran. That's pretty cool. Wow. People everywhere have got colitis. So don't ever feel alone, even if you're traveling over somewhere, you get dropped out of a plane somewhere in some random country. We all got it. Take care, you guys. More surveys coming up in the future. Turn this thing off.